Alright, so I have here a way of showing data once our mouse is hovering over some kind of parts, and this data is stored inside of some attribute in these parts, which is called data and has a string value. And if we modify this attribute to random mode, as you see, our data updates. So it's very easy to update this data in game for your purposes. So as you see here, we have a local script inside of starter player scripts, and first we're defining the screen and the label. Basically the screen is just a screen GUI and the label is just a text label, and I customize it a little bit, but you don't really need to do that. What matters is that it has a position of 0, 0, 0, 0 and the anchor point of 0, 0. Alright, then we have a loop, and for simplicity's sake I will divide this loop into 3 segments. First we're checking if the mouse is hovering over a part, then knowing that part we can check if that part has any data that we want to display, then we just display that data. So these first 3 lines are really used and common met in games, because these 3 lines allows us to know if the mouse is touching any part in the workspace. So that means allows us to know which part our mouse is currently touching. So first we need to know the mouse position, and we can do that very simple with this function that returns a vector2. Alright, and then with this function from here, from current camera, we can get the viewport point to ray. So basically this allows us to create a ray that starts from the camera position and goes into the mouse direction, if that makes any sense. So then knowing this ray from here, we can raycast it, and this number from here is basically the ray length. Remember that the ray is actually an invisible line, so it actually has a length. So this is very important to that we set up a length for this array. So we know now the result. Then we can check if there is actually a result. If there isn't, the sky is the mouse is basically in the sky. And if the mouse is in the sky, we can just set the label parent to nil. That means the label will disappear from our screen, so we won't be able to see any message. Then we're going to return, and returning makes this part of the code not happen, not be run. So there we can check if the result instance has any kind of data. Remember, now we know we actually have a result instance because of this. We're doing a similar thing, so we can know if there is any data, and if there is some data, we can start displaying it over here. So to display it, first we change the text, of course, to the data. Then we're setting the label position to the mouse position on the screen. Keep in mind we're using from offset. Then we make the label appear on the screen, and we can do that by setting its parent to the screen variable from here. Alright, so that's it. I will repeat it once again. First we're checking if the mouse is touching any part. Then we're checking if that part that our mouse is touching, if it has some kind of data, then we're displaying that data. So this is it. Thank you for watching.